Hello everyone, my name is Cameron Wood and I'm the Curator of Collections at the Cranbrook Institute of Science. Now in this rather quiet time at the Institute, and for that matter for everyone else, I thought it might be fascinating to give you a chance to see some of the artifacts in the Institute's collection that are in fact not on display. As with most museums, we have many thousands of artifacts and specimens that are not on display and are very rarely seen by anyone except myself and a few other staff. So let's take a look at another really fascinating artifact that is in our anthropology collection. And this is a really beautiful, interesting artifact. This is called a Purba, and it is from Nepal. And this was acquired by the Institute under the auspices of Dr. Robert Happ, who was the director of the Institute for a long, long time, and this came into the Institute's collection in 1971. Now, a Purba, sometimes called a kila, is a ceremonial object used in Tibetan Buddhism and some related religious traditions. And this is a really gorgeous example of the Purba. It is silver with jade, and it is, as you can see, about 8 inches long. So, what do you think it is? Well, in an abstract way, it is a dagger, but not a dagger in the physical sense, but rather in the metaphysical sense. It does have a pommel, a handle, and a blade. But this is something that is used not in a physical way, but in a metaphysical way, as a way to deal with what are termed demons, negative forces that can prevent one from achieving a proper state of alignment with the universe. And it has some very specific aspects to its construction. The number 3 is significant. There's the pommel, the handle, and the blade, 3. There are 3 faces on the pommel. These are 3 aspects of the deity Virgyakira, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, who is a deity that deals with demonic forces. And each of these faces represents an emotion, a joyful face, a wrathful face, and a peaceful face. Now the blade as well has 3 faces, one for each of the negative energies of ignorance, fear, and desire. And this was and is used in certain ceremonies, especially in Tibetan Buddhism. It could be stuck into the ground or into a bowl of rice as kind of a metaphysical piercing of the space to drive out evil demons and emotional problems, lock them into place so that the power of the deity and the power of the dagger could transform them into something more positive. It was sometimes used in a prophylactic way to deal with bad weather. It was seen that hail could be a very bad thing, especially for crops. So certain shamans were trained in the art of using these to repel hail and other bad things. It was a dangerous thing to do to mess with forces that way, but this would be one of the implements used by a Tibetan Buddhist practitioner for these types of ceremonies. And we'll take a closer look at it here so you can see the wonderful workmanship in it. Here you can see one of the faces on the pommel. There is the handle. See another face there. And then there is the blade. 1 face, 2 faces, 3 faces. Again, the significance of the numbers 3 and 9 are reflected in the design of the Purba itself. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me at this look at this wonderful Tibetan Nepalese Purba ritual dagger. Join me next time as we take a look at yet another artifact out of the collection of the Cranbrook Institute of Science. Until then, enjoy, and we'll see you next time.